Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to the Premier League table predictions for next season. It's only one day to go, and that is tomorrow that the Premier League starts. So I plan to do two videos for you guys today. This video, of course, like I mentioned, is the Premier League table predictions, and then in the next video, I'm going to be doing my Premier League game week one predictions, the opening game of the weekend. Which kicks off tomorrow and it will end on Sunday. And I promise you guys this that at the end of these fixtures, I'm going to do a match review on every single one of them. I know I haven't done it that I haven't done all of it, but I will promise you that this season I'll be able to do it. So I promise you, because if I want to get more subscribers, more viewers, I need to make sure I do the game week predictions and the game week predictions match review and how many points I've got. So I promise you that I'm going to do it every single match day from game week 1 all the way up to game week 38. So I will promise you that one. But yeah, but let's focus on this video. But before I do that, there's a bit of transfer news I'm about to tell you before I get into this. Now, earlier today, we saw that Tottenham have agreed on Bayern Munich to spend about £95 million or €100 million for Harry Kane, who is the Tottenham striker. Now, this is bad news for Tottenham fans because without Harry Kane, who are you going to be replacing with? Tell me who, because if you're looking for a striker, I'm not sure which striker is going to be like Harry Kane. So that's the bad news for Tottenham. But it's not over yet because I just saw on Sky Sports that Harry Kane is looking like he's leaning towards staying than going. But his decision is he's likely to stay, but their ongoing is still happening. So it's like 50-50. Would Tottenham fans be happy for Harry Kane if Harry Kane is staying, or would Tottenham fans be sad that he's going? So we've got to wait to see. But the breaking news is that Tottenham have agreed, but Kane is more likely that he's going to stay. So that is all I've got to say on that one. So yeah, and then this game, Chelsea versus Liverpool, this look as going to war because I just woke up. I just heard the news. I was about to sleep that Chelsea have a good £48 million for Southampton's defensive midfielder Lavia, which is close to 50. I'm not sure if the deal is gonna be done, but it's very close, and it looks like it could happen over the next 24 hours, which is about 12 hours from now, as I'm recording this right now to you. So, Liverpool fans, I mean, are you not worried and should be angry at FSG because you need a defensive midfielder if you're going to keep clean sheets? Because it's not only your goalkeeper and your defense that can keep clean sheets, it's your DM or your central defensive midfielder that you need. So if Liverpool don't get Lavia, maybe they'll get Caicedo because I've just heard the news that Liverpool are doing £100 million, but Caicedo's decision still stands. He rather goes to Chelsea because he saw what Brighton did against Chelsea in the pre-season, and they were cooking, and they desperately need the midfield. After Enzo Fernandez said he desperately needs a DM, and most Caicedo rather goes to Chelsea than to any other club. So there we go. But Liverpool are still pushing, but the thing is, could they pay that much of money? I'm not quite sure. But Liverpool need a defensive midfielder if they want to finish in the top four because they could have got Declan Rice, but he chose but Arsenal paid for that. He could have gone to like Liverpool would have chosen Lavia, but looks like Chelsea are bidding it for him. Kunders, but his decision is to go either to Stamford Bridge or the Emirates Stadium. Like they could have gone for Casemiro, but no, Man United wanted him. So this, and they could have gone probably perhaps Kovacic or maybe Jorginho, but Man City wanted, but Man City signed Kovacic and also signed Jorginho. So this one I'm telling you, if Liverpool don't fix their midfield from now on, And they have to feel scared at Stamford Bridge because we're cooking on the Mauricio Pochettino, where what we won 3 games, I only drawn twice, and we've already lifted the trophy. So listen, I don't think we'll beat Liverpool. But the way I see Pochettino saying we need to win this game, like when I saw the stats that Chelsea didn't beat any of the big teams last season, he's looking to change that. So for me, that is a really big confidence. So the question is, can he do that? Because he has beaten Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and all that stuff. When he done it for Tottenham, but he has never done it for Chelsea. So can he do that? We shall wait and see. So the transfer window is heating up because look at this, it is only 2 weeks to go. 2 weeks to go from today until the transfer window closes. So this transfer news is heating up. It really, really has. So I'm looking forward to the next season because since Man City won the Premier League and the Champions League, that means that next season there's going to be a top five for Champions League. Ain't top four, it's going to be top five. So I expect at least to be a title race, a top four, a top five race, and also a relegation battle because Premier League is simply one of the best leagues in the world. It's simple as that. Yeah, you can say Bundesliga or Real Madrid. No, it's simply Premier League is number one. Yeah, number one. So don't forget that one. So I'm looking forward to this season. It starts tomorrow, and don't forget that I'll be doing a Manchester Burnley versus Manchester City live watch on because it's Vincent Company's ex team that he played, and that winner made it one to that banger against Leicester City made Manchester City champions. So I am looking forward to that one. It's at Turf Moor. It's going to be difficult for both teams, but just tune in to the next video later on today. Make my Premier League predictions for game week 1, the opening game of this season Premier League. So football is back, Premier League is back. I'm looking forward to it, and I know you guys will too. So yeah, that is all the transfer windows done. Now let me do what I tend to do in this video, and that is go for my Premier League predictions table for this season. So without further ado, I'm nervous, but I'm confident. Hopefully, I get some right. So here we go. And if I get this wrong, obviously I'll make a new one, and I'll make a few changes to it. So here we go, guys. Let's do this. All right, so here's I'm gonna do my Premier predictions from for first place all the way up to 20th, and as you can see, is that could Luton survive because they're newly promoted team, and could Brighton or Aston Villa shock everyone? Well, we're about to find out. So let's start off with first place. So in first place, I wanted to go to Arsenal. I really wanted to go to Arsenal, but the fact that they've won the Community Shield makes me think. I still think they'll challenge, but I don't think they'll win this title. So to me, in first place, if I can get my mouse up, in first place, I'm gonna go for Manchester City because, like I said, um, Manchester City are looking to do a 4P, which they've never done before. When Manchester United tried to do that, Chelsea won the league. So, could Chelsea do this again? And let's not forget, this is all about Chelsea because when we had one game a week under Antonio Conte, we simply won the title. And there was another time when Manchester United tried to do the 4P, but who stopped that from happening? It was Chelsea. So could I see Chelsea winning the league? No. Could I see Chelsea stopping Man City winning the 4P? No. So but listen, anything can happen. Anything can happen. We had a really good preseason, so I expect Chelsea to be better than 12. But to me, I don't see Chelsea winning this league at all because I'll be deluded and crazy to think that will happen because to me it would not happen. It will really not. So there we go. So to me, Man City again will be the champions, but can also do it this time. Could they manage to not bottle it like they did in a like they bottled the top four last season and bottled the last season? We shall wait and see. So to me, I'll go for Man City finishing first place because I still think Erling Haaland will win that Golden Boot again. Do I think he'll break his own record? That maybe, but to be honest with you, I don't think it will happen. But I still think he will still break that Andy Shields record. Yeah, I still think he will. If he still stays for Manchester City, if he doesn't, then oh well. But I feel like that Erling Haaland will break Alan Shearer's record very quickly because you saw he scored 36 Premier League goals, and if he scored more than 30 goals every single season, I believe he'll break Alan Shearer's record very quickly. So Erling Haaland, if he keep does what he's doing, he'll become a Premier League legend, yeah? Because Erling Shearer is a legend, but if Erling Haaland continues to stay like this, then he will become Premier League legend. So there we go. So that's why I have Man City finishing in the first place. Yes, they got rid of some players, but Pep Guardiola is still one of the greatest managers in England, or perhaps in the world. But in England, he's simply one of the greatest. Yes, if he does win this 4P, then yes, he's better than Sir Alex Ferguson. Better, because Man City are looking to win everything. Of course, they're in the FIFA Cup World Cup and also qualified for the Super Cup. So if they win those things, then welcome to Liverpool, Chelsea, and Manchester United. So there we go. So Man City for me, I'm gonna be in first place. For second place, I'm going to go for Arsenal because, like I said, even though they've won the Community Shield, I still think they'll still challenge because, for me, I had them finish in the top four, but not be in the title race. Because none of people didn't predict Arsenal to be in the top four, but I did, and I got laughed at. And I said that Arsenal finished in second place. So where are these fans now? Yeah, that called me deluded, that called me a fake fan. Yeah, I know what I'm doing because my football knowledge is there. Yeah, that's why you see me not only talk about Chelsea, but talk about other teams as well. So I think that Arsenal will still be in second place. For me, they need if they could at least finish the season by 1 point behind Manchester City and win a trophy, that would be the best season ever because their aim is to finish in the top four the next season at least challenge. And if Mikel Arteta doesn't do that, then for me, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'll sack him because how can go from being the title race to now suddenly drop off a bit? That for me, that cannot happen. So also, their aim is to at least be 1 point behind Manchester City or win this title. Simple as that. And I have heard some fans saying that they need to that they want Mikel Arteta to at least perhaps probably win the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, at least be in the semis because they don't want to win that competition and maybe being at least in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. That is their aim this season. So Mikel Arteta is all or nothing. If he doesn't achieve those things, then then for me deserves to be sacked. Hold on, let me just have a look. Okay, yeah, just my friend speaking, but yeah, so yeah, I have Arsenal in third place, and this is an interesting one. The teams that finish in the top four are, for me, I'm going to go for the same ones, the exact same one as last season. So in third place, I'm going to go for Manchester United. For me, Manchester United didn't want to finish in the top four, but for me, Manchester United, their aim is to at least be in the title race. Like, if Manchester United can suddenly be like 3 points behind Manchester City and perhaps win a trophy, then that would be a bigger improvement because they were way off of Manchester City and Arsenal. So to me, and plus, Manchester United need to do well away from home because at Old Trafford, they're unbeaten at Old Trafford. No team's ever gone to Old Trafford and beat them, yeah? No team ever in Europe. So that's why Old Trafford for me is still a fortress. But away from home, if they want to be in the title race, they need to improve. They cannot go away to teams like Brentford or Liverpool, gets beaten by 7-0, destroyed by City, lose to Arsenal. They cannot do that. Yeah, or Nottingham Forest as well. They cannot do that. They need to simply improve away from home if they want to be in the title race. Because I heard some fans saying that their aim is to be in the title race and win a trophy. So if Manchester United need to do that, they need to at least improve away from home and can still continue that unbeaten home record. You get what I mean? So there you go. So for third, Manchester United, and I expect them to be in the title race alongside Arsenal and Manchester City. So yeah, fourth place is Manchester United. Sorry, third is Manchester United. Then in fourth place, this one was difficult because I wanted to add in Chelsea there, But as I'm recording this right now, if we want to be in the top four, we need to at least get another striker and another DM, and we need to get Caicedo very quickly. And if we can sign Koundés and Olise at the same time, then I'm telling you, Chelsea will be cooking because Nkunku is going to be out for 60 weeks, and we know that 4 weeks equals a month. So so 60 divided by 4 equals 4. So we're going to be out by Christmas. So we need another attacking midfielder because I can trust Cardi Chukwuemeka there, but I cannot trust Conor Gallagher there. So we need another attacking midfielder. So if we can sign Kunders because he can play on the right and he can play down the middle, then honestly that would be great. So as I'm recording this right now, I don't think Chelsea will finish in the top four. So for me, in fourth place, I wanted to go for Liverpool, but like I said, the fact that I feel like they only had one defensive midfielder to me, I think Liverpool could surprise everyone, but the fact is that I don't think they'll finish in the top four. So in fourth place, I'm gonna go for Newcastle. I'm gonna go for Newcastle because they did well in the transfer window. Let me just give you guys what Newcastle's transfer windows are. Let me just have a quick look. Let me just give you my Newcastle's transfer window. So Newcastle um have signed some really good players. It's Harvey Barnes, who's a left winger. Of course, he played for Leicester last season. Of course, they won the championship. They signed Dimo Laturando, who is a really good right back. Really, really is. Of course, at Southampton. They signed Chris Food from Nottingham Forest. They signed who else is a really good player? Uh, and I think that's it. I haven't heard about Sandro Tonali, but I did heard he's a really good player. And I think that's it. So Newcastle signed some really good players. And let's not forget that Newcastle last season had the second best defensive record in the league. Second best. So I think they'll do this again. So as for people who expect Newcastle to drop off, I don't think so. If Newcastle need to drop off, they need to make sure that one team be above them and finish in the top four. Is it going to be Chelsea or is it going to be Liverpool or is it going to be any other team? So yeah, for Newcastle, I feel like for me they'll finish in the top four. So the teams that finish in the top four, for me, I put them in the exact same thing as for this season. But things could change. Could Arsenal drop off? Could both Arsenal and Newcastle drop off? And could you expect both Chelsea and Liverpool to finish in the top four? We shall wait and see. But for Chelsea transfer window, we are good and we are cooking. But I don't see Chelsea finishing the top four to be honest with you. So there we go. And moving on to Chelsea. I have them in fifth place because that's my expectation for this season. I'm like finishing the top five, and also win a trophy because with this amount of signs, I know people are going to say, "Oh, you spent like close to like 80 million pounds, and you put Chelsea fifth, ha ha ha." But listen, if I say to you that Chelsea are going to win this title, you guys are going to clip me. You guys are going to laugh at me. You're going to guys call me deluded. So in order for me to not be that person, for me, I don't think we'll finish in the top four. We'll be in the top four and win. And will win this title. Of course, anything can happen, but for me personally, in my deep heart of hearts, I see Chelsea finishing in fifth because that's my expectation. I win a trophy. So if we don't win a trophy, then I still don't think that Pochettino should get sacked because he cannot keep going to season. We cannot go to every season like complain that we didn't finish in the top four and we didn't win the trophy. No, that's we. Of course, we've been successful, and we're looking to do that, but we cannot win every single trophy every single season and complain that we didn't do that. So to me, if we don't win a trophy, then of course that will be disappointing. But at least it will improve on last season where we finished 12th and we didn't win a trophy. So to me, I have Chelsea finishing in fifth place. So there we go. So in fifth place, I'm gonna go for Chelsea. For sixth place though, I'm telling you, let me look at Aston Villa's one because they signed some really good players as well. Give me just 1 second. So in sixth place, I'm gonna go for I'm going to go for Aston Villa because in the transfer market they are doing really really well. I like they said on the in the intro, could Aston Villa surprise everyone? Maybe that they've been like finishing the top four. I don't think they'll do that, but I think they'll finish in the top six this season. I think they'll finish in the top six. So in sixth place, I'm gonna go for Aston Villa. Let me tell you why. Because they signed Youssef Diaby, who is an absolute baller, yeah, as a white winger. He's an absolute baller for Leverkusen. I've watched him, and he's a baller. Youssef Diaby is going to be a problem, yeah, for the left back as part of the defense. So who's going to be handling Diaby? I'm really not quite sure. So Musa Diaby is an absolute baller. As well, they signed Yuri Tingmus. He's a really good in central midfield, and of course, he's from Leicester. I'm not sure about Paul Torres, the rest of them, but Musa Diaby and Yuri Tingmus is a really good signing for Aston Villa because they are in the Europa Conference League and they're looking to improve that by winning this competition. And let's not forget, if they win it, then they'll be in the Europa League. So I believe that Aston Villa could surprise everyone. I feel like they will be in the final. They'll win this competition, yeah, and be in the Europa League. So there we go. But just imagine if Aston Villa win the Conference League and be in the top four. Honestly, that would be the biggest shock in the Premier League, and that's what I like to see, some shocks, if you know what I mean. So yeah, for this one, I'm gonna go for Aston Villa to finish in sixth place, and I definitely think they'll definitely surprise everyone. So there we go. So Aston Villa will finish in sixth place. In seventh place, this one is difficult for me to say, but for me, it's between Tottenham, Liverpool, and Brighton. It really is. It's so difficult. If I put Liverpool in outside of the top eight, they will hate me, but they need to understand what I'm doing that. And of course, by before New Year's Eve, if there's any improvement of those teams, then I'll make some changes. I'll revise them and make my new Premier predictions, if you know what I mean. So yeah, but it's so difficult to see who will be in the Conference League. But um, Brighton looking good under the Zerbi, so it is so difficult. But my final decision, it has to be probably Brighton. It has to be because um, yes, Brighton did have a good pre-season, but they've won a couple of games, and they really doing well on the one with the Zerbi. So yeah, I'll have to put Brighton in seventh place. So yeah, so Liverpool fans, you may hate me on this one, but for right now, since you're not signing this CDM, I central defensive midfielder. Unfortunately, as it stands right now, I have to put you guys in eighth place, and I know that this will be the first time in a while they haven't finished in Europe because every season you always finish in whether it's Europa League or the Champions League, and I can't remember the last time that Liverpool ever went to a season where they played the season without finishing Europe. Maybe it could be the time where Chelsea won the league, but I can't remember. But yeah, I feel like Liverpool right now, if they bring on Moises Caicedo and then maybe another DM, maybe I'll change my mind. But if they don't do that, then my prediction still stands. So to me, I have to go for Liverpool to finish in eighth place, unfortunately. So Liverpool fans, you might hear me on this one, but you cannot get angry at me. You have to be angry at FSG for not, like being ruthless enough, like because it looks like FSG doesn't care about Jurgen Klopp or you guys. So if you guys did sign like Moise Caicedo, maybe Lavia, then I would have definitely put you in in fourth place, and I would put Newcastle in eighth, if you know what I mean. But honestly, with Liverpool fans, I don't see the ruthless enough in FST, so that's why unfortunately for you, I have to put Liverpool in eighth place. So there we go. In ninth place now, This one is interesting, but I'm gonna put in now in ninth place. This one is difficult for me to say. It's really, really is difficult. But in eighth place, hmm, I might go for Brentford. Yeah, in eighth place. I think they finished at that position last season or something like that. But yeah, in eighth place, I'm gonna go for Brentford because so in ninth place. So I'm in ninth place. I'm gonna go for Brentford because without Ivan Tony, I don't see where Brentford are. I don't see Brentford like finishing the top seven for me, or maybe getting close to that. So that's why I Brentford finishing below Liverpool because Ivan Tony's match ban will be lifted in January, and if Chelsea don't get Dusan Vlahovic or any other striker, and we could potentially sign Ivan Tony in the summer. So yeah, without Ivan Tony for Brentford from now to possibly in January, I don't see any improvements for Brentford. So I've actually no, what my mind is telling me. No, my mind is telling me something. My mind is telling me something. Put Tottenham in ninth place and put Brentford in 10th. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Tottenham in ninth place because even though they are doing well under Postecoglou, for me they always don't. They always ruin managers. Like for example, Jose Mourinho wins trophies everywhere he goes, whether it's Manchester United, Chelsea, Porto, Real Madrid, all of those teams. He will win those trophies. When it comes to Tottenham, no, he won't do it. He won't do it. So, and the same goes for Pochettino. He won things for PSG, which is the league. When it comes to Tottenham, nothing. Antonio Conte even plays a back three for Tottenham, but there's no improvement. When he done that for Chelsea, he won the league because Antonio Conte realizes that Chelsea are a much bigger club. Like teams need to realize that Tottenham are a small club. And if Tottenham don't win a trophy and Newcastle does over the next couple of years, you have to say that Newcastle will be part of the top six and Tottenham would not. So that's why to me that Tottenham really need to make sure that Daniel Levy gets this right. Otherwise, you know, otherwise, I don't see any improvement for Tottenham. I don't see any improvement. And let's not forget that Harry Kane could potentially go to Bayern Munich, but he'll make his own decision from now on. Because, like I said on Instagram, I saw on Sky Sports, he's leaning towards Tottenham staying, but the ongoing is still happening for them. So, without Harry Kane, Tottenham are going to be back to rubbish, back to life, back to reality, and back before Pochettino came in, which is like finishing like in like below seventh place and not winning a trophy. So there we go. So that's why I have Tottenham above Brentford, but I don't see Tottenham, being the top four, finishing Europe, and just and win a trophy under Postecoglou. Of course, anything can happen. He could prove me wrong, but like I said, Tottenham always win managers, and they don't win a trophy. Like in my lifetime, as a 22 years old, going to 23 in 2 months' time, I only see Tottenham with one trophy in my lifetime, and that was when they beat us in the Carabao Cup at Wembley in 2008. Yeah, that time I was 7 years old. Now I'm 5. Now I'm 22. So it's been 15 years since I last seen trophy win this trophy. Since I last seen Tottenham lift a trophy, a major trophy, of course. And if Tottenham don't do it next year, it's going to be 16 years and longer than that. So that's why, if I was Harry Kane, yeah, I want to go to Bayern Munich and leave Tottenham because Tottenham, you cannot trust Tottenham to win trophies. You just can't. Yeah. If Tottenham wants to stay in the Premier League, then for me, go to either Manchester City, maybe Manchester United. Either go to one of those teams or probably go to Chelsea because Pochettino is there and he could potentially lift a trophy, for you. So if I was Harry Kane, if you want to stay, that's fine. But if you want to win a trophy and you desperately wanted to do that, leave Tottenham and go to Bayern Munich. Go to that team because every single season they win the Bundesliga. Sometimes they sometimes they do well in Champions League, but not all the time. So, but in the Bundesliga they do well. So if Harry Kane leave Tottenham and go to Bayern Munich. It's as simple as that. So yeah, those are my first so those are my top 10, like from 1 to 10. So let me guys gauge you guys out in order. So Man City champions, Arsenal second, Manchester United third, Newcastle fourth, Chelsea fifth, Aston Villa sixth, Brighton seventh, Liverpool eighth, Tottenham ninth, and Brentford in 10th. So there are the first top 10 clubs in that order. And let's move on into the bottom 10, the halfway point in 20th. So 11th place. Now this one's going to be difficult for me to do, but for 11th place, I think I might go for Burnley because Vincent Kompany is doing really well. And let's not forget that Burnley are the first club to ever break the record of going to qualify for the Premier League, the fastest, and winning the Champions League the fastest. So I believe that Vincent Kompany will absolutely do well for Burnley this season. I don't think they'll finish above 10th place, but I think they'll. But I don't see them. I don't see Burnley get relegated at all. I don't see that because going to Tottenham is going to be a really difficult place to go. Really difficult place to go. So I see Burnley going to 11th place, and I see them doing well this season. So and let's not forget when teams sometimes do well. When newly promoted teams go into the Premier League, they do well. When people predicted Nottingham Forest to be relegated, I was shocked. And of course they were this close to being relegated, but that didn't happen. So Burnley, don't see them being relegated. So I see them 11th place. I think they will. I feel like they will not finish above, like finishing in 10th place or something like that. Actually, no. No, actually, no. My mind is just changed. My mind is just changed. Let me go. Actually, no. Remove this one. Um, Let me just do this. Valley actually will be in 10th place, and Brentford will be in 11th place. So that I changed my mind. I changed my mind. Yeah, Burnley will be in 10th place. They'll be part of the first top 10, and Brentford will be 11th place because yeah, I forgot that record, and I did watch Burnley in the Champions League, and they absolutely did well. So yeah, Burnley finished 10th place, and Brentford finished in 11th place. So yeah, I changed my mind. I changed my mind, and after this. I can only do this once and I cannot do it again. So there we go. So Burnley 10th and Brentford 11th. So I changed my prediction on that one. In 12th place though, boy oh boy, from 12th, the relegation I know which teams are going to get relegated, but 12th place though, hmm, Wolves are without their Willis manager because their manager who have let me see who is their previous manager again. Give me 1 second, guys. Julian, yeah, after Junior has left, it looks like Gary O'Neill could be the new manager after he was the um or was what did they call it again? Oh, Gary O'Neill is the caretaker manager. Yeah, after Bournemouth's caretaker manager Gary O'Neill has left. So since Wolves are appointing Gary O'Neill, hmm, I feel like they will not get relegated. Wolves, I don't think they would. So, but in 12th place though, I'm gonna go for Crystal Palace. I'm gonna go for Crystal Palace because they were this close to actually being relegated, but I see some improvements. And Crystal Palace still got really good players, such as Wilfred Ndidi had left Crystal Palace, but he still got Wilfred Zaha, Michael Elise, and Uson Edouard. They still got really good players. Um, so I feel like Crystal Palace will not get relegated because they were this close, but I don't see them. I feel like that will be safe. And I know they'll lose like a couple of games, but I don't see them losing like maybe 20 games or maybe 16 games. I think they'll probably lose like 10 games. So that's why to me I have Crystal Palace finishing in 12th place below Brentford. So yeah, in 12th place, Crystal Palace for me will not be part of the relegation battle. They will be safe probably in March. So there we go. So Crystal Palace for me will finish in 12th place. In 13th place, this one in 13th place, no, what actually saying? No, actually, no. My mind is just telling me something. No, Fulham. Yeah, I forgot. They still brought in some really good players, the likes of who have Fulham bought? I forgot. It was that striker. It was that striker. Let me just have a look. Fulham transfer in. Let me just have a look. Fulham SC transfers. They brought in someone. Wow Jimenez, yeah. Wow Jimenez, who's a really good prolific goal scorer when he came for Wolves. So my mind is just telling me something. Yeah, my mind is telling me Fulham for me will finish 11th. They'll finish 11th, or do they finish in the top 10? Oh, this one is difficult. Oh, it's really difficult for me to say, but Fulham. Wait, where did I put Tottenham? Yeah, I put them in. Oh, Burnley. They did well in the Championship last season. Yeah, you know what? My mind is telling me something. Fulham will be in. It will be 11th. 12th, I'm going to put Brentford, and oh, sorry. When I put 11th, Brentford I put in 12th, and in 13th I'm going to put Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace for me, I'm going to finish in 13th. So there we go. So Crystal Palace are going to finish in 13th. So yeah, Fulham have signed Raul Jimenez. Like for me, I always forget who have Fulham have signed. It was that number 9, and Raul Jimenez is a prolific goal scorer. So yeah, if they didn't sign Raul Jimenez, then maybe they will finish in 13th. But since they signed Raul Jimenez, I think they'll finish 11th, but I don't see them finishing above Burnley. So yeah, 11th place. I'm going to go for Fulham. Then it's Brentford in 12th. Then Crystal Palace in 13th place. In 14th place, I'm going to go for who have I got left? In 14th place, I'm going to go for hmm. I'm going to go for West Ham. I'm going to go for West Ham because they were this close to actually being relegated. And I remember there were a couple of times where they won games, but then other teams came to them. So they had an up and down, up and down. But I don't see West Ham being part of the relegation battle. I really don't. Maybe the same points, but I believe they'll improve on their goal difference and maybe their points and maybe their wins because if West Ham actually do get relegated, then I feel sorry for them. But this season, I don't see that happening. I don't see them being like maybe like Leicester, if you get what I mean, because they were in Europe, they won the Premier League, and then after that they're relegated. So to me, in 14th place, I'm gonna go for West Ham. I think they will lose more games than Brentford and Crystal Palace and Fulham, but I don't see them being part of the relegation battle. I think they will be safe probably in April. So that is it. So in 14th place, I'm going to go for West Ham United. So West Ham are going to be in 14th place. In 15th place, there's only in 15th place, since Gary O'Neill is going to be the next manager, I'm gonna put Wolves in 15th place because I'm not sure if Wolves have signed some really good players. I know they've let go of Raul Jimenez, but I'm not sure who have Wolves signed any good players. Let me just have a look. Let me have a look at the transfer market and see who they bought. Okay, arrivals. There's a lot, but okay, Connor Cody, Fabio Silva, Matt Doherty, Bukayo Tomori. They haven't signed. I don't think they signed some really good players, because Connor Goldie, yes, is a good centre back, but sometimes he make mistakes. Never heard of all of these players before. Let's see. Fabio Silva. Haven't seen much of him. Centre forward. Matt Doherty. Good signing, but for Tottenham doesn't always do well. So that's why for me, I think Wolves will finish below West Ham, Crystal Palace, and Brentford. So I have them in 15th place. Could I see them in a relegation battle? Probably, but I still think. But for me, they'll be safe. I don't see Wolves getting relegated at all. So I think Wolves for me will do well. So for Wolves, I'm gonna have them in 15th place. So in 16th place, I'm gonna go for. This one is so difficult because um, I'm getting close to relegation battle. Relegation zone, sorry. In 16th place, I'm gonna go for Everton because Everton are too big here to go down. They really are too big. And Sean Dice, if they would have still stick to Carlo Ancelotti, then for me, Everton would be like probably in Europa League or maybe the Conference League or something like that. But they let go of him, and ever since then, Everton were part of the relegation battle, and they always have to rely on the last game year to be safe. So to me, I think Everton will be in a relegation battle, but I don't see them finishing 16th. I don't see that happening. So to me, I think Everton will do well this season. I think they will lose more games than the rest of the team, but I don't see them getting relegated because they are too big to go down. And let's not forget, Arsenal and Everton are the only two clubs here that haven't been relegated since the division began. Yeah, they haven't got relegated, so that's why to me, Everton need to stay up. Otherwise, their 50 years in the Premier League could soon be over. So I don't see them getting relegated, and I see a slight improvement, but I don't think they'll be above West Ham, Crystal Palace, Fulham, and all that stuff. So yeah, Everton is 16th place. Now, this is the last one before I tell you guys who I think we're going to get relegated this season. So in 17th place, we got Nottingham Forest, we got Sheffield United, we got Luton, and we got Bournemouth. Now, this is so difficult for me to say. But the team who I think is going to survive is not going to be Bournemouth, and I don't think it's going to be Nottingham Forest though. Luton, oh God. But I tell you guys, but I keep on saying this: when teams are newly promoted, they always do well. They don't get relegated, but oh, it's so difficult. But Sheffield United were in second place, and they had an improvement. So, oh, it's so difficult for me to say. But the team who I think is going to be surviving, oh God, but it's so difficult. But unfortunately, I have to say this, but I have to go for Sheffield United. But Luton, man, I mean, they won't. But when teams here get back in the Premier League, they don't usually do well, you know, because Luton they haven't been in the top flight since 1999. So yeah, so to me, unfortunately, I have to say this, but for me in 17th place, I have to go for Sheffield United. I have to because they were this close to actually catching up Burnley, but listen, when teams finish in second place, they always seem to do well. When who finished in second place last? Yeah, when Bournemouth finished in second place, they were in they survived and they finished in 17th place. So since Sheffield United finished second in the Champions League last season, I think they'll finish in 17th place in the Premier League. So there we go. So for Sheffield United, they'll be buzzing for that one, but I know there are many other teams who have a go at me for that one to say, how can you put Sheffield United in 17th place? But we should wait to see. But like I said, If I do see some slight improvement, then probably by New Year's Eve or by Christmas time, I'll change my predictions and that'll be it. So there we go. And I'll tell you guys who I want to who I think is going to finish in the top four, be relegated and all that stuff. So if there's any changes, then I'll make my own change. So there we go. But for now, since the Premier League starts tomorrow, those are my predictions for the table. Who if you get what I mean. So in 17th place, I'm gonna go for Sheffield United. Now in 18th place, there's only three teams left. In 18th place, I'm gonna go for Luton Town because I don't think that Luton are gonna be rock bottom. I really don't think so. But the fact that but if they do get relegated, then of course they will be disappointed. But I know they have a great experience. And let's not forget, Luton cannot play in the Premier League until they build a new stadium. Because imagine the away fans are going to like people's houses or something like that. That would just be weird. So to me, they are building a new stadium. I'm not sure how long it's going to be taken, but Luton cannot play in the Premier League until they build a new stadium. So for me, I see Luton Town getting relegated, but I know they have a great experience because, like I said, it's been 24 years since they last be in a 24 years since they last played in the top flight division, the Premier League. So but unfortunately, if you're a Luton fan, I'm sorry to say this, but I think you're going to be the team that's going to get relegated. So yeah, 19th place, I'm going to have to go for you. In 19th place, I'm going to go for, oh boy, I'm going to go for Bournemouth. I'm going to go for Bournemouth because I'm not sure which manager is going to be is going to be for Bournemouth since Gabriel O'Neill is the caretaker manager, not a proper manager, and the City is going to rule. So I think Bournemouth are going to be relegated as well. So I feel like both Luton and Bournemouth will have the same wins. Maybe Luton will get better points than Bournemouth. So that's why to me I have Bournemouth finishing in 19th place. So yeah, and then in 20th place, last and not least, it had to be Nottingham Forest because they were in 19th place and then Steve Cooper did well to manage to get some wins and especially the win against Arsenal to make them safe. But I don't think Steve Cooper will be it for Nottingham Forest. So and if he loses every single game and still stays at this club, then for me they're definitely finishing in 20th place. So yeah, so the teams who are going to get for me who I predict to get relegated are Luton, Bournemouth, and Nottingham Forest. So that is it. Right, guys. So that is it, guys. That is my predictions for how the table will possibly look for next season. Obviously, some things I'm gonna get things wrong, and possibly I'm gonna get things right. But like I said, during Christmas time before 2024, I'm gonna change my predictions, and I'm gonna be telling you guys who's winning the league, who's finishing in the top four, who's finishing in the top seven, and who's going to get relegated. So there we go. All right. So without further ado, before I confirm, let me just quickly tell you guys my final predictions for this season's Premier League. So Man City will going to be the champions. Let's hope it doesn't happen, but I see them doing it again, having a 4P, which no other club could do. So I have them in first place. In second place, I've gone for Arsenal. In third place, I've gone for Manchester United. In fourth place, I've gone for Newcastle. Those are going to be my top four predictions. In fifth place, I've gone for Chelsea. In sixth place, I've gone for Aston Villa. So those are the teams who is going to be who's going to be playing in the Europa League. In seventh place, I've gone for Brighton. That's going to be the team who I think is going to be finishing in the Europa Conference League. In eighth place, I've gone for Liverpool, unfortunately. Because I haven't heard Liverpool signing a defensive midfielder. So yeah, I've gone for eighth place for them just for now. In Tottenham, I've gone for ninth place because even though I see improvement, I still don't think Tottenham will do well under Pochettino like he did for Celtic. So and plus Tottenham always were managers. So for me, I have Tottenham finishing like place below Liverpool. In 10th place, I've gone for Burnley, and those are the top first top 10. Then move on into the top bottom 10. In 11th place, I've gone for Fulham. In 12th place, I've gone for Brentford. In 13th place, I've gone for Crystal Palace. In 14th place, I've gone for West Ham. In 15th place, I've gone for Wolves. In 16th place, I've gone for Everton. In 17th place, I've gone for Sheffield United. Then the teams I'm going to get relegated, unfortunately, are Luton Town in 18th place, Bournemouth in 19th place, and last and not least, rock bottom, Nottingham Forest in 20th place. So yeah, that is it, guys. So those are my predictions for first champions, Premier League champions to 20th, relegating from the Premier League. So there we go. And look how long it took me to do this video, about 50 minutes exactly. My goodness me. But listen, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But remember, this is video number 1 of 2. My second video, of course, is going to be my prediction for the opening game of the Premier League season that will start tomorrow. Man City against Burnley, and will end on Wolves against Manchester United against Wolves on a Monday night. So make sure you guys look for those ones later on today. But yes, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this very long video. I know I'm supposed to be doing like first, second, third, and all that stuff, but I decided to do it from first to 20th. That's why you see me. That's why this video is going way long. But I hope you guys find the video useful, and if you do, let me know in the comments down below. And if you do enjoy this video, don't give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget, if you're new, click the subscribe button below, because it'll help me a lot, and it'll help this channel grow and grow and grow more and more. And you guys will make me a happy person. So make sure you guys subscribe, click the bonus notification so that never is any of my YouTube content, and make sure you click the share button so that everyone is welcome to watch my channel and watch what they think about my predictions. And let me know in the comments down below whether you agree or disagree, and maybe do you agree and do you disagree that Liverpool will finish in the top 4 rather than finishing 8th, and something like that. Just let me know, and I'll be able to understand why you disagree on that one. So, but like I said, if I see some changes, like big changes, then during the Christmas period, I will change my predictions. I will revise them. I'll cancel out this prediction what I did today. So I promise you that from now on. So yeah, there we go. All right, guys, make sure I've got to prepare myself for the next video in a couple of hours time. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day, guys. Looking forward to the Premier League. Kicks off tomorrow. Burnley against Manchester City. Doing a live watch along for that one. So make sure you guys don't miss that one tomorrow. And yeah, the Premier League is back tomorrow, and the football is back tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Hopefully we're able to see some title charge, some top 5. You know, but love to see who will survive, because like I said, Premier League is one of the best leagues in the world. It's as simple as that. Right, guys, got to go. Look after yourselves, take care, and as always, peace. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys for the next video later on today. Peace. I'm out of here.